what did we think of the opening night of NFL football? My expectations were so low for how woke the NFL was going to be that I was impressed by the fact that the Chiefs stood for the anthem, by the fact that the end zone statements, which weren't very offensive in the first place, were not that noticeable, by the fact that the statements on the helmets were not very noticeable either. I think the NFL has elected to follow Major League Baseball and initially be woke in the opening weekend, and then after that, they are going to go back to effectively playing their game, and most of this story is going to disappear. Now, I could be wrong, all right? And let me just say this right off the top as well. I polled you guys, and I said, what would you give? 50,000 of you have voted so far. I said, what letter grade would you give the NFL on the opener last night? 26% of you gave it an A. 40% of you gave the NFL a B. 18% of you gave the NFL a C. And 16% gave the NFL a D or an F. All right? So that means, and I'm not always great at live math, 84% of fans said that they believe the NFL got an A, B, or a C. I think the NFL has to be thrilled with that. I think the NFL has to be thrilled with that. And we're going to unpack several different things surrounding the game. But the first part that I would say is with 50,000 votes, I think it's a pretty good representative sample of what fans thought overall. Now, the ratings were not good. The ratings were down, the most recent numbers I have seen, by several million viewers, okay? That means that despite the fact that everybody's still kind of sitting at home, that we haven't seen a real football game in the NFL since the Super Bowl, the numbers were not great, particularly because you get a big bump for out-of-home viewing now, which should lead to an increase naturally everywhere. So I don't think there's any doubt that some people are not going to watch the NFL because it is a woke universe, okay? It is a woke universe, and if you get woke, you go broke. The NBA is a perfect example of that. The NBA now is about to be in even more trouble because they're going to have to go up against college football and they're going to have to go up against the NFL, not to mention everything else, the Major League Baseball playoffs eventually. The NBA is in trouble. The NBA is in real trouble. I think the NFL has dodged the landmine that is the NBA.